The artist, Luther, my very special guest, one of my very special guests tonight on the Caribbean Affair. All the way from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In the house we have the Vincy Soca Dans, Luther and Fireman Hooper. Good evening and welcome to Choice.
Yeah, man. Me say the old and the fiddle man, the tight and the tune.
If it's in tight, it's in right.
Martin drill down in the girls' bedroom.
Why?
Yeah, man. London, Luther, the crowd motivator live and in living color. Oh, God, it's cold up here, sir.
Fireman Hooper, the chosen one. Right here in London.
I remember interviewing Fireman Hooper for Soca Vision and you gave me your full name.
Yeah.
Let's have it.
So you want to hear the
Sure?
full name?
Full name.
Yeah.
Finish tomorrow, you know? Okay, go ahead.
Fireman Hooper, Triplex, Megadog, Heavy Metal, Punk for Punk, Undefeated, Undisputed, Silent Violence, Weapon of Mass Destruction, the Chosen One, Concrete with Steel Reinforcement with Specially Certified Aggregates, His Imperial Majesty, Your Royal
Well,
Highness.
it's 22 minutes past 10, past 9 I believe. Luther and Fireman Hooper are in the country. They were here for a show last night called Strictly Vincy down at the Tudor Rose. And there was no way that they were going to come all the way to London in this cold, cold weather without coming and passing through the Caribbean Affair here on Choice. So, fellas, first of all, how was last night?
We had a good time. We had a grand time because you don't know, say, when we come regardless to 2 people and 2,000, 2 million people, we at work. And the people them had a great time, you know? Turn it up.
Things nice, Raf.
Remember, you know, we bring up the heat tonight. I
the
left
heat,
St. Vincent and say, well, I'm bringing 100% Vincy son or Caribbean son to London. But from me hit Gatwick Airport and a minus 2 degrees touch me. The sunshine disappear. The heat disappear for me, man. Whoa.
It is very cold here in England at the moment, and you can't call us at memories. That's Luther for you on Choice. My two very special guests from Vincy Soca Dans. I have Luther and Fireman Hooper. Now, for people that are listening that don't know too much about you, I'm going to ask both of you, starting off with Fireman Hooper, to just give us, you know, a brief history of your career in soca music.
Well, started way back since about age 9, you know, doing music until now. 7 times Soca Monarch, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Understand? Winning the competition 7 times, the Soca Monarch competition. 1 time Raga Soca champion. 1 time Party Monarch champion. So I'm champion of champions when it comes to soca music and competition in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I believe across the whole Caribbean. Because in the whole Caribbean, Fireman Hooper win the most Soca Monarch. So I'm Soca Monarch, super Soca Monarch.
That's what we like to hear.
You made that transition from the reggae and dub music into soca music, and I never regret that. One day I'll sing soca until I die. all when I turn Christian and go church, we sing soca in church. Yeah, man, yeah, we just change up the lyrics now. Yeah, throw bad mind out the window. This ain't no bad mind people, then can't come a wrong way. Them song they could sing at church.
Now, firstly, let me deal with Luther. I don't think there are many more people in the world that could be an ambassador for St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the way that he is. Ever since I've met him, all the interviews that we've done, he's just a stalwart, and I really appreciate him for that. And I want you to acknowledge that, because a lot of the artists that you talk to from St. Vincent and the Grenadines will credit Luther as someone that's had their back, that's advised them, you know what I mean? And that's not easy to do when you're doing your own thing. To be able to have someone else's back, to be able to have someone else's back as well. I'm sure that you can hear the camaraderie between the two of them at the moment. You know what I mean? So that's another shining example of that.
Yeah,
that's Luther.
That's what I do, because all the big stars right now out of St. Vincent, I'm the man who really bring them to the fort, take them to the studio, talking about Skinny Fabulous. You know, I the man, you would have known I'm busy tone. Every time Susan called down by me home, she get in a busy tone. You know, doing the suit with a little talent thing. He was into the dubbing thing as well. Yeah. And I took him and I take him, you know, came in the studio and say, yo, come and take a piece of this. And every show I do, because that time I was with a band, I bring him on stage and endorse him and say people had endorsed the suit and Ray. James P, he was into the dub thing, living in Tortola, you know, and I call him one day and say, yo, come to St. Vincent and record a song. He came down and we did Nookie the night before he left. You know, James P. Zola, same thing. You know, met a boyfriend and she said, look.
Animal. A colossal song in 2011. If you want to check my journey to St. Vincent and the Grenadines in 2011, then check it out, socavision.com. We've got the Fire Fest. We've got Juve Morning. I bounce up on Luther in the middle of the road, Juve Morning, and I do an interview with him there. There was a moment when we actually caught up with Otis from Grenada at the hotel where we were staying, the Mariners. Fireman Hooper was there. Herrick was there at the time as well. There's some great memories of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and you can check them all out on socavision.com. And I'm really hoping that 2030 we can bring the cameras back down there. Right, now let's talk. People want to, find out about you. They want to stay in touch with you. Can they do that? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Facebook? That is Luther. Come Inside. That was the one that was released first. I love this. We've been banging this for about 3 weeks now. And I want to say thank you very much indeed to the guys for coming into the Caribbean Affair tonight. Fireman Hooper. Respect.
Well, I got to big up everybody listening to Choice FM right here in London, and anywhere else, Choice FM all over the world, This is Fireman Hooper signing out again. Catch it and catch it now. All the names you want to hear, you're going to hear them now. So, press record as I go. Fireman Hooper, Triple X, Mega Dog, Heavy Metal, Pong for Pong, Undefeated, Undisputed, Silent Violence, Weapon of Mass Destruction, The Chosen One, Concrete with Steel Reinforcement with Specially Certified Aggregates, His Imperial Majesty, Your Royal Highness. Somebody say... Peace out!
Boom! Yeah, man, well, Martin J. done, we can't come on the radio and do certain things and big up certain people because there are some people, how we back for years and we